Goalkeeping is without a shadow of doubt the hardest position in football. But could it be that we're making it harder than it should be? In today's video, I'm going to simplify the low diving technique for you based on my 2 decades of elite goalkeeping experience. You'll gain not only insights that you probably haven't heard before, but also practical drills and tools, all designed to make you a better goalkeeper. And if you stick with me to the end, I have a special bonus that will accelerate your goalkeeping skills to new heights faster than ever before. But first, let's kick things off with a technique that is as straightforward as it is effective. Have you ever heard about the push-out technique? If you're nodding right now, perfect, stick around. There's always a new angle or trick you might not have caught yet. And for those of you shaking their heads, great. Either way, you're in the perfect position to learn something new today. So what is the big deal about the push-out technique? Simply put, the push-out technique is your secret weapon to dealing with those tricky low balls. This technique is all about getting your lower hand down to the grass, making sure that the ball doesn't sneak under you. But more on that later. Now, why is this important? When we start out as goalkeepers, we tend to dive from a high position to a low position. But we don't want to do that, and let me show you exactly why that is. When you dive from a high position to a low position, a bit exaggerated, I know, but it gets my point across. But when we set really high, you can see there's a huge gap underneath my body. This does not only let the ball easily sneak in under your body, especially if the shot takes a heavy deflection or an awkward bounce, but you're actually slower getting down and much more exposed to pick up those nasty elbow and shoulder injuries. So what you want to be doing instead is to dive from a low position to a high position. And this is where the push-out technique is your best friend. Let me show you exactly what I mean. By focusing on gliding your hand out, it forces you to get low and glide your body along the ground to eliminate that all-important gap between you and the ground. And when you dive, you can either grab the ball with both hands and push it out like this, or depending on your technique and also how well placed the shot is, you can also block the ball with your lower hand before securing it with your top hand. Whatever technique you use, it's crucial that you complete your motion to protect your elbows and protect your knees from taking those nasty knocks. And hey, if the push-out technique isn't in your toolkit yet, no sweat, you can easily practice this on your own. You can kick off by kneeling with the ball a bit away from you, place your hand on the ground, now slide it out as close to the ground as possible before grabbing the ball with both hands. And when you're feeling good on your knees, move up to your power step, expanding your diving reach a bit more. Once you got that down, it's time to take the leap into a full dive, pushing your range even further. And if you have a partner, you can complete the exact same drills, starting from your knees, moving up to your power step, and ending in a full dive. And as a special bonus drill, I'll share my personal favorite, one that I've been using in my warm-up routines before games for as long as I can remember. After doing my running, stretching, catching a few volleys, I move straight into something a bit more specialized. I sit down, leaning on my hips, and have either my goalkeeping coach or a teammate gently pass the ball towards me. The goal is to catch the ball with one hand, all while keeping my push-out technique sharp. I keep my lower hand glued to the ground, using only my top hand to roll the ball back. And this does not only help me master my technique, but it really helps me sharpen my focus before the game begins. And in the beginning, this might feel a bit awkward, but stick with it. Once you're used to it, this drill will become like second nature to you and will drastically boost your ability to keep those low shots at bay. And remember, you must train both sides. Being a champ diving to your strong side is great, but you want to be just as slick diving to your weak side as you are to your strong side. So whatever magic you're pulling off to your better diving side, record it, analyze it, and mirror that technique to your weaker side. So let's quickly recap the push out. The push-out technique forces you to get low to speed up your dive and eventually setting you up to save more shots. It's your best bet to eliminate mistakes, keeping those nasty deflection and awkward bounces from slipping in under your guard. Plus, it's a lifesaver for your elbows and shoulders, keeping them out of harm's way.
Save!
So one final time, guys, get low, take a solid forward power step and glide your lower hand as close to the ground as possible. And when you get to this point, it's decision time. If you're feeling bold and sure, go ahead and secure the ball with both hands, but make sure you hold it tight. You don't want to give out any early Christmas presents to strikers who are ready to take advantage of your mistakes. So if there's a whisper of doubt, don't risk it, push that ball away to safety. It's all about making the smart choice in the heat of the moment. But remember, knowing is just half the battle. The real magic happens with the right kind of practice, the kind that turns your untapped potential into ability. And you might be thinking, okay, but how do I level up my practice without doing the same solo drills forever? Don't worry, I've been there and I got just the thing to help you out. I have developed an innovative self-training program designed to explode your goalkeeping skills to new heights faster than ever before. Imagine having over 80 exclusive drills at your fingertips, each designed to challenge and improve your skills anytime, anywhere. And the best part is that you'll have me as your coach, mentor, and friend every step of the way. For the first time ever, you can train with purpose, clarity, and a clear path to become the goalkeeper you aspire to be. So if you're looking for that missing link in your goalkeeping game, go ahead, click the link in the description, and let's turn your goalkeeping dreams into reality together. And speaking of dreams, if you found any value in our time together, make sure to hit that subscribe button, because next week we're going to dive even deeper, exploring high diving secrets that no one is teaching you. Trust me, you're going to have more aha moments than ever before. Don't miss it. Other than that, this is Christian signing off from Ground Glory, and I look forward to our next dive together. See you very soon.